Good morning, my fantastic friends and followers of the channel, and not forgetting my impeccable group of members. Thank you all very much for your continued support on this YouTube journey of transparency and integrity. It's awesome. Anyway, it is the 3rd. It's the 3rd of October. Thursday, the 3rd of October. Where did September go? But I'm glad it's over, if I'm honest. I've been up since the crack of dawn, as per usual, and Thursday. Yep. Had one of those mornings. He came home last night, school uniform dirty, and at the time I already had a wash on the go. For all those parents out there, I'm sure you know, I had a wash on the go, and I was pissed off because I had to wait till the wash was done, hang it out, then put in another wash with his school trousers and stuff. I know many of you are probably thinking, only one pair of school trousers. Well, I do here. You got to bear in mind that I have shared custody of my son. So he's got one school uniform here and one over there. And I was not going across there this time of the morning or yesterday to get one. So, yeah. And then got up today. His trousers were, the main bit was around the waistband was completely dry. But there was a little bit of damp on the trousers. So, as you do, I got out the iron and I ironed them until they were dry. So, he's off to school. He finishes school and then comes here. I told him, come straight home. Because then I have to have dinner on the go. Get him to have dinner so it settles. And then we have to drive to Ipswich Town Football Club this evening, where he will conduct his training with the team. So, yeah, but good. And I've had a fantastic message this morning. So before I even talk about the news, I've had a message this morning from an outstanding individual who owns a clothing company, who has asked me to ask my son if he would mind modelling for them, modelling their new catalogue coming out. And I'm like, Sebastian, do you want to do it? Let me have a look at the clothes, Dad. There you go, son. Yeah, I'll do it. I goes, you'll get free clobber out of it, he said. So, yeah, so that's good news to start off the day, isn't it? Right. The news itself. I get wound up with the news. I try not to. I'm calming myself down. My hearing aid doesn't let me scream now, which is a good thing. But I've been told by other people, Trevor, you're not the same on your channel because your voice is now toned right down because you're hearing aid. So what I've done this morning, ladies and gentlemen, is I have taken the hearing aid out so I can be my authentic self. Anyway, listen, Strictly Come Dancing. It's been filled with controversy this year alone, hasn't it? I mean, you had that actress, Amanda Abington, who complained that she was bullied, harassed, beaten, spoken to, degraded. She felt belittled. Yeah, put a complaint in. And they brought in Giovanni Penance. Giovanni Penance. He was at the brunt of all this. Well, lots of the allegations against him have been quashed because they weren't true. Now, I'm going to give you my opinion based on what I've seen and what I've heard. I believe it's nonsense. Now, if you notice, there has not been any allegations toward Giovanni in a sexual nature. He hasn't threw himself at her. He hasn't been this type of person. If anything, what I see here is a professional dancer that wanted the best, a professional dancer who was strict, a professional dancer who wouldn't let her go. Well, stay here until this routine is done. And she would cry away and moan away, and she called that bullying. In my opinion, we have an actress, Amanda Abington, that is so used to people bending over backwards for her that she didn't like being spoken to in a manner where she was not in charge. That's what I see. In fact, it's now came out in today's paper that Amanda Abington actually held a Strictly type summit in her own home. She phoned up all the ex-dance partners of Giovanni and invited them all to her home, where they sat down and they cried. Yes, he stood on my feet too. Yeah, he told me. Yeah, he shouted at me. I'm going to be honest. I would never hire Amanda Abington again for any show. She is such a privileged, spoilt individual who couldn't deal. She joined up to a competition which got her more credit. She got paid for it, but she didn't like it. I mean, imagine a female medic in the army. I didn't like being shouted at. I think it's terrible. I want to sue. I mean, it's shocking. Some people don't deserve chances. I'm being honest. She's tried to ruin that dancer's life. and she did a bloody good job of it. He's been found guilty of shouting. He's been found guilty of telling her what to do. He's been found guilty of making her work hard. He's been found guilty of those nonsense things. Can you believe that? It's shocking. It is shocking. I'm getting pissed off by the way it's all one-sided in today's society. I mean, everyone right now should be looking at P. Diddy and going, that is a scumbag. He needs to go to jail. In fact, there's 120 cases now against him. 120. Loads of cases being brought out. I mean, names are going to be named. People that were at his parties, like Leonardo DiCaprio. There's now a new story out in today's paper about Wayne Rooney. Wayne Rooney once bid $150,000 for a night out with P. Diddy. But I wouldn't blame. I mean, let's not blame Wayne Rooney. At the time he bid, no one knew anything about what type of a nasty, cruel, sexual trafficking person P. Diddy was. Okay? Leave that. But Nick Knowles, going after Nick Knowles, you see that there? Well, Nick Knowles has been in DIY SOS for 25 years. Not a single complaint. He's always there. He's always smart. He's always courteous. He does a lot for charity. He's one of the very few celebrities that will stop in the street for you to have a selfie. He'll stop and he'll ask you how you are. He'll have a chat with you. Sometimes he's been known to buy people coffees and things. I mean, for that woman, that charity worker, I mean, it stinks to me, and I hope Nick deals with this individual. She said he turned up on set and he sat with me and he was late-ish and he smelt of alcohol and he was drunk and he was asking crude things. He called us all munters. That's a lie. That is a lie. I'll tell you why it's a lie. Nick will not go into a room with he knows what can happen. He won't go into an individual with a female unless there's someone else there. Now, had he have been on the DIY SOS set, I can tell you now that he would have been there with a cameraman and a sound engineer. They are with him. And do you think he turns up at a set and there's no one there to help him? He has people there. He doesn't just walk into an empty room and sit down and go, let the camera roll, cameraman, you can go. No. There's people there and there's a reason why they're there. So that individuals like this female cannot put out false accusations. It's shocking. Yeah. And by the way, he doesn't have a driver. He drives himself everywhere. I know that. I don't like how people are trying to destroy other people's careers for hush money. That's all they want. They want hush money. They were hoping Nick would go, oh, there's $5,000, just go away. But Nick's not like that. He'll fight it. And that woman will be left with nothing. And rightly so, when you try and ruin someone's career. Shocking. It's now came out, believe it or not. Remember the photographs of Angela Rayner, the Deputy Prime Minister, in a DJ box in Ibiza? Well, it's now came out that she received £838 of freebies there to do that. It was all paid for. And the Prime Minister has paid back £6,000 in freebies. Yeah, he's paid for his Taylor Swift concerts and other freebies. I wonder if he'll pay back the money for all his suits though. I get pissed off when I see this here because you know why? What's the point of... Hear me out. What's the point in MPs having salaries? What do they need salaries for? Tell me. Their clothing's paid for, expenses. Their shoes are paid for, expensive. Their shirts, their underwear, their boxers, all expenses. Ties, expensive. Cufflinks, expenses. A watch, they need a watch to tell the time. Well, without a time, I wouldn't be able to meet my meetings. Okay, claim that on expenses. What else you need? Well, I need food to keep me going. Oh, you claim that on expenses. I also need shelter over my head and somewhere warm. Oh, to be an MP? Yep, okay, you can claim for a second home. What about the heating, the electricity, the phone bills? You can claim that for your second home. What about my car to get to and from? You can claim that. What about the fuel in the car? You can claim that. What if it needs new seat covers? You can claim that. Okay. What if I need to fly or go to Scotland to visit, let's say a Scottish MP, even though my family lived there. Scottish MP. Oh, you can claim that because that's work. Okay. All right. Okay. What if I need to unwind and go abroad because of the stress from work? Oh, you can claim back that. Okay. But I'm going to need super white teeth. I'm going to need super white teeth so that I don't look bad in front of other constituents. Oh, you can claim that. I mean, okay, so what's your wages for? Let's just not pay the fuckers. Simple. Shocking, isn't it? Makes me angry how they exploit their positions. All of them, by the way. Every party. Okay. Oh, you can have a second job. Oh, what? Can we? I mean, even Reform, let's be honest, they're all the same. Nigel and Richard, presenters on a TV show, getting paid. They're allowed second jobs. I mean, Is that why you're not answering your constituents in Clacton, Nigel or Richard? Because 3 or 4 hours a day you're in a TV studio. Should you not be really responding to your constituents that are writing emails to you? But you can't, can you? Because you got a second job, don't you? All MPs, I'm just saying. Yeah. And I'm getting wound up about this Israeli thing. I am. I'm getting messages all the time about it. See, whenever I do a video and someone puts in the comments, Free Palestine, I just go, block. I delete your comment and I block you. I never want to hear from you again because I don't care about Palestine, and that's the truth, okay? Whether you like it or not, it's a fact. It just winds me up, no matter what the subject is. Oh, Wayne Rooney did well today. Free Palestine. You get these attention seekers, and I just get rid of them. It winds me up. But I am getting wound up about this Israeli thing, right? I get it. They have a right to defend their country, like everyone does. But whenever you go into another country, then you lose the moral high ground, in my opinion. I'm just saying you lose the moral high ground. Iran should never have fired on Israel. That was shocking what they did. And they will reap what they sow. That's a fact, because Israel will fight back. And we'll all be drawn into it. But there's a few things on social media, and I'm only on Instagram. I'm not on any of the other ones. But I follow quite a few people from the Jewish community. I do. And I follow this big Jewish group, and they follow me, and we interact. But they posted something yesterday. To me, it upset me. I thought, who the hell are you? You're there posting every day saying, bring back the hostages. And I'm liking them. You're saying, bring back the hostages, bring back the hostages. And you've got the moral high ground, and your group's brilliant. You've over 100,000 followers. And then yesterday, you stooped to the gutter when you posted a video saying, bomb, 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 Iran, bomb, bomb. And Jewish people making fun of it. And I just thought, this isn't a good look. In my opinion, this is not a good look. You want people to feel sorry for you and support you, and you're making fun of the possible deaths of innocent people. I mean, I don't like that. It to me, you've lost the moral high ground, and it just shows your true colours, in my opinion. Just shows your true colours. It's either your way or the highway, and I didn't like it. Shit, isn't it? There's a video now surfaced showing Russian soldiers lining up 16 Ukrainian soldiers and executing them. And I find that to be sickening, and it's a massive war crime. It's sickening, and it shows you the level that people will stoop to, and it's shocking. That in itself, now this has happened thousands of times over the last 2 years at least, and it's shocking. That's not war. In war, there's compassion for your enemy. That is disgusting. And I'm absolutely stunned that United Nations, the UN, haven't cleared the articles or voted in a certain article and sent United Nations troops into Ukraine between Russia and Ukraine. Why haven't they done it? They did it in Bosnia, did it in Kosovo, didn't they? But they won't do it in Ukraine and Russia. Why is that? Why won't they send in peacekeepers? Because congressmen in the United States have got investments into defense manufacturers that are supplying the weaponry for the Ukrainian soldiers. So why would you want to stop the war? I tell you now, in my opinion, it's down to Biden. It's down to the White House. That's why Ukraine war is going on. They're sacrificing soldiers to use their weapon systems. That's it. I've said it. There we go. Right, anyway, I think that's enough. I was going to have a bitch about the Irish from known as Prince, but I couldn't be arsed with him. I really couldn't. Not today. Maybe another day. Yeah. But listen, thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day, everyone. And remember, stay safe. Okay? Bye.